Ubisoft is in a lot of trouble. As we all know, Assassin's Creed Shadows is just around the corner. We have less than a month until the game is released to the public. But yesterday, I happened to come across a video by Luke Stevens where he talks about Assassin's Creed Shadows being leaked. And I'm not talking about small leaks, small story spoilers here and there. I'm talking the full game somehow being leaked. People got their hands on a physical copy and then they managed to also distribute it to others, like for sale. And the people that bought it actually received it and then started showing it to everybody. They started streaming it online. Now, I don't know how much of it they actually streamed. I haven't actually seen much of the leaks. I try to stay away from any of the gameplay videos or whatever because I, of course, am gonna stream the game when it comes out and I want to go in as fresh as possible without too many people influencing my opinion. Even though this game might be anticipated for, good or bad reasons, this game is highly anticipated because it's going to determine Ubisoft's fate. If this game doesn't sell enough copies, then we're just gonna have to say bye-bye to Ubisoft. They might even shut down after this, go bankrupt, goodbye. This game needs to be a success for Ubisoft, otherwise it is over. Now, a lot of people have already made up their minds when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows. The moment the trailer dropped, lots and lots of people disliked the video. I looked at it today and there are 303,000 likes and 608,000 dislikes. People are already saying that it's gonna be a flop, it's not gonna sell, it's gonna be awful, it's gonna be woke, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. So I have no idea because I try to stay away from a lot of these things as possible. I have seen plenty, don't get me wrong, I've seen plenty. And of course it has influenced me quite a bit. I'm also very afraid that this game is going to be either just fine, nothing too stellar, or it's just going to be a bad game. And we know how this whole thing goes. The game comes out, people are gonna play it, gonna talk about it for a week or two, and then it's just going to disappear and move on to the next thing. It's not gonna be enough if it's just gonna be okay. It's not going to save Ubisoft if the game is just going to be meh. So Ubisoft better do this right, but I don't think it's gonna come to that anymore. The game is practically finished. They can't do anything anymore. They can't change any of the big mechanics. They just gotta patch it up, make sure it works well, and then ship it out. I also believe that Ubisoft is not going to be missed by a lot of people because they've had a couple of stinkers in the past couple of years. So that is why they're doing so badly. That's why they're in trouble. Skull and Bones was pretty bad. They marketed like a quadruple A game, if I'm saying it correctly, instead of your typical triple A game like everybody else does. And people, of course, mocked them for it, and the game just turned out to be pretty bad. It wasn't nearly as good as Ubisoft had marketed it, and they lost a lot of profit from that. They spent a lot to make the game, but they lost a lot as well. It didn't sell enough copies. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is also one of those games that was actually pretty good, but it didn't sell enough, according to Ubisoft. It didn't sell enough, so it wasn't a success. It didn't help Ubisoft much. Things are not looking that great for Ubisoft. Their future is very uncertain. When I saw Luke Stevens' video for the first time, I watched for a couple of minutes and then I thought, I wonder how these people got their hands on a physical copy of the game. How were they able to get the full game already? Then I started thinking, what if Ubisoft did this themselves? What if they leaked the game just so they can generate some buzz to get people talking about the game? Because we're very close to release. They've shown us trailers, they've shown us the gameplay. There isn't much else they can probably show without spoiling too much. So in order to get people to talk about the game and get free marketing for them, they said, what if we just leak it and leak the entire game? Find some people, give them a physical copy, have them stream it, and then, take it down. We pay them. Let them show. Let people talk about this game. and generate some buzz, maybe say some good things about the game, you know? Now, I don't have any proof of this, of course, but it's not the first time that a developer or an artist has leaked their own stuff just to generate hype. So Ubisoft might have done the same thing here. Because I find it highly unlikely that people have actually found a physical copy of Assassin's Creed Shadows and just managed to sell it? That's weird. I don't think that's right. They got their hands on it somehow, and I don't think they tried very hard because it was probably just given to them. So yeah, Ubisoft is in deep trouble. People have already made up their minds about this game. They're already saying it's gonna be a flop. It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be garbage, and it's going to ruin Ubisoft. And I'm talking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs flop. You know, people don't have a lot of hope for this one. And neither do I, honestly. I don't either. I'm gonna stream it, I'm gonna play it. I've liked Assassin's Creed for a long time. But this game is exciting for me because not only do I get to play the newest Assassin's Creed, but also find out if it's any good and if Ubisoft is going to survive. That's very exciting to find out. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, then please leave a like and maybe consider subscribing. I also stream on Twitch, and I will be streaming the moment Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, of course. In the meantime, I'm now playing Diablo 4. If you're interested, there is a link in the description down below, and I will also put it on screen right here. It's twitch.tv/sittingdutchman90. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.